Ooh, it looks like it's going through.
Whoa.
It's like, why did you have to shake this?
Interesting. Okay.
Hey, we're live.
Hey, hello.
Okay. Cool.
So, welcome to today's virtual cooking class. Woo! My name's Sydney.
I'm Hollis.
And we're joined by local mission guest cook, Matthew Wilson.
Everyone.
Sorry.
This week, y'all can see Matt's wonderful face as well as hear his voice. So that's exciting.
It is. It really is.
All right.
So today is an action-packed day. We're going to try to keep it to less than 40 minutes. So what we're going to go over today is some handy resources for meal planning and for budgeting. And then we're going to cook some fun stuff. Since we all know that's why we're all here. We love to eat, love to cook, all that jazz. So today we're going to be making some lasagna that you can stick in the fridge or freezer so you can bake it later in the week, as well as some really snazzy egg roll-ups. Got all that good deliciousness on the inside, nutritious, something else you could pop in the freezer and then pop in the microwave, keep in the fridge, whatever works for you.
Yeah. Sweet. Cool. So one of these is something that you can make ahead if you've got like time over the weekend to cook for your week, and then one of them is something that you can make like last minute. So that's kind of like our, giving you options.
Yeah.
So, cool.
We tried to keep them kind of based off of last week's conversation about eating healthy nutrients to keep your body strong and healthy. So we got some veggies, we got some protein, all that jazz in both of these dishes. So we were thinking to kind of go over how you might kind of go about meal planning for the week first, and then kind of talk about that stuff, and then get to the fun cooking stuff. How's that sound to y'all?
Sounds good to me.
Awesome.
Sweet. Okay. So first, super exciting, we have a handy dandy weekly meal plan. I posted it on our Facebook post from earlier, so make sure to check it out. We can share it again later too. So if you're trying to figure out how to eat every single day, because we do, because we're humans, something handy for me at least is thinking about what am I going to eat for breakfast? What am I eating for lunch? What am I eating for dinner? So this way you can write down what you want to eat on all these days. And then, let's say on Tuesday, you make a big old batch of lasagna, and so then you can have that for leftovers for lunch on Wednesday and Thursday. Or kind of brainstorm out, figure out how to use your leftovers, reduce your food waste, all that stuff.
Yeah. And then it can also be really helpful for when you're doing grocery shopping ahead of time. So if you're going to go in and write out all of these, and then you can say, okay, which of these ingredients do I have at home, and which ones do I need to get at the store, and that kind of thing. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see how you might do this on a weekly basis, and it's handy since the little pictures remind you to think about what kind of healthy nutrients you got going on to keep your body strong, powerful, full of all that good stuff. So now that we've talked about what it looks like.
How about this little thing at the bottom? I just noticed that.
Ooh, yeah. Do you want to, what are you putting now, Hollis?
There's a really cool little column at the bottom, or row at the bottom, that says tasks to do to prep for the next day. So that you can think about, like, okay, so maybe I want to cook something on, so maybe I'm going to do like grilled chicken breasts on Tuesday, and I have frozen chicken. Then thinking ahead like that will allow you to say, okay, then that means that on Monday night, maybe I pull that chicken out of the freezer. And so it's a really, it can be like something super quick like that, but if that allows you to think ahead, but then also have that, like, those prep items done and like don't even have to worry about them. So, yeah.
That is handy. You can write it on your to-do list for the day or your little journal planner, whatever you got going on. So talking about planning, we have another handy dandy resource sheet where it's a monthly menu planner. So maybe you're going on vacation with your family to the Black Hills for the last week. So maybe you're not cooking at home that week, but maybe the first 3 weeks you're hanging out at home as we all are these days. And so you try to figure out what to eat. So it's kind of the same concept as the last handy dandy sheet we had, but this one, you're looking on a week by week basis. And so then you can see too what kind of leftovers you got going on. If there were any, if you found you didn't eat any vegetables the first 2 weeks, maybe you eat a vegetable the third week, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And that one goes really nicely with one of our things from last week, which was our monthly food budget sheet. So, here it is. So if you want to plan out all of your meals for the month, then that will allow you to kind of decide, okay, which groceries do we need to buy for our first week, and how much do we think those are going to cost, and then budgeting out your food budget week by week for the whole month. If you have a monthly budget, which is usually how a lot of people do their budgeting, is like by the month. So yeah, so you can kind of use these two sheets together and budget them out, and then plan the meals themselves here. So
that's super handy.
Yeah.
Shameless plug, if you're ever in Mission on Wednesdays from 4:30 to 6:30, or if you're ever happening to be in a community where there's a mobile market going through, which we'll repost that, keep your eyes peeled. You too could be the proud owner of some Snap Double Up, where we match however much money you're spending on produce. So you could get 2 zucchini for the price of 1. Those kind of deals don't last long around here. So make sure to stop on by. Shameless plug. I'm done advertising now. But yeah, anytime. So I think we're on schedule. So let's get cooking.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add to our meal planning, Matt? Do you have any personal tips or tricks that you want to share?
How do you go about that?
Actually, I'm not the best at meal planning. It's actually, I tried to do my shopping like a week ahead in advance because I have a small fridge. So I just like whatever I'm craving, like I make a list of like all the dinners I want, and then, based on that, I get the ingredients, and then, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I like you guys' especially though, your template is really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
If you're looking for any good leftover uses too, I think last week, Matt, you mentioned making your like Hawaiian, like I'm forgetting if it was like a sandwich or how it was like with the
burger.
Yeah, it was like with the leftover burger pieces.
Oh yeah, loco.
So is that kind of like a
Loco?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, loco moco.
So sounds like some, maybe not sheet planning, but like other kinds of forms of meal planning if you got those good leftovers.
Getting creative with ingredients.
Yeah,
I
dig it.
Sure. Cool. Should we get cooking?
I think so.
Cool.
All right.
So to make the process all action today, we prepped a little bit in advance. So we got some delicious tomatoey goodness.
That means tomato sauce. For people that don't know it.
It also has hamburger and onion in it and garlic, which are all good for the immune system. So a little immune boost in tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Some cheese mix, some lasagna noodles, and more cheese. And so I'm thinking, because we're going to stick this in the fridge, that maybe we start off with this one, and then we finish with the super exciting egg rollups.
Sounds good.
Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Sound for that, Matt?
Yep.
Cool.
Sweet. Yeah. So.
All right. So how do we layer this lasagna?
Okay. So I'll bring over my computer so I can talk it with y'all and not across the room like the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz. I'm not going to do that today. So to assemble the lasagna in the bottom of a 9x13 pan, which looks like this beautiful beauty right here, we are going to spread 2 cups of meat sauce first.
Cool.
And then we'll put a single layer of noodles on top, and then we'll put a heaping 2/3 cup of the beautiful ricotta mixture, and then top with about 1.5 cups of mozzarella and a 1/3 cup of Parmesan. So it sounds like you're going to do meat, noodle, cheese, and then meat, noodle, cheese.
Yeah.
Like a song. Meat, noodle, cheese.
All right.
Sounds good. What's on
Where are
the
you at
ricotta
with your-
mixture?
Huh?
What's on your ricotta mixture?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question.
That is a good question. So I got a 15-ounce container of ricotta, and then I added a large egg, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and a teaspoon of salt. Half teaspoon of salt.
Cool.
And I was reading thing, I don't know if you've ever done it, Matt. I definitely have not, but that you can make ricotta at home, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's kind of like that. You could do kind of like a homemade cheese thing if you have some like milk, like whole milk or like fattier milk, and you add like I think lemon juice to it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe vinegar. Yeah.
Kind of like a homemade paneer.
Yeah.
Paneer.
Have you ever made your own cheese, Hollis or Matt?
No.
I never did either. I was always too scared. And plus I'm lactose and I probably shouldn't have cheese.
Wait, what?
Then I'm lactose, so I probably shouldn't have cheese either. So.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, I put our sauce in. Okay. Do we want to talk about the special conditions in which we are using this lasagna pasta?
We were having an added conversation earlier today because I walked home and I had these noodles and Hollis is like, with lots of me, those aren't going to work. They have like need to oven cook. And I was like, usually boil boil. You need to boil them first. But the caveat being that because you let the lasagna sit in the fridge for at least 5 hours, it kind of cold soaks the noodles. So they kind of steep up the liquid from the meat sauce and get nice and squishy. But normally, if you were going to make a quick, well, not necessarily quick, a normal like hour and a half kind of time window lasagna at home, you need to double check and make sure you get some of those oven ready, like don't need to boil or no boil, technical term, lasagna noodles or boil the other ones. But I got this fact at Turtle Creek today. It was interesting because this is like the need to boil them first ones, and it was like $3.09, and it's 16 ounces. But there was a smaller box that was like 10 ounces. So it was also $3.09 with the no boil noodles. So some cost savings too is if you're willing to boil your own noodles, you might get more noodles for less money.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I guess this recipe is specifically for when you're making lasagna ahead of time. So that's why we're not spoiling them.
Yeah.
Which I was very concerned about, and I was like, Sydney, I trust you. I just don't trust this recipe. And then Sydney explained to me the science of dry things sitting in wet things, and that they transfer the moisture over. And then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So that's what we're doing here.
The beauty of cooking with a friend, though, to make sure that you don't look goofy trying to cook things that won't work. They look out for your back, which is nice.
What's going on over in your kitchen, Matt?
I am just getting ready for the next recipe, so I'm getting the mushrooms ready.
Oh, nice, cool.
Okay. So looks like we're going to do 2/3 cup of ricotta on top of the beautiful noodle mixture Hollis just created. Go, Hollis. Cheers.
The ricotta mixture next?
I believe so.
Okay.
2/3 cup of ricotta. You can,
I kind of thought today.
you want to use your eyeballing skills that we've,
Yeah.
honed the practice
Yeah.
throughout this class.
I think it's kind of like, you want to just like spread a nice little thin layer. Is probably the goal here.
Yeah.
So.
If you ever hear us talk on any of our other well-loved programming about gardening and lasagna gardening, this is why we call it that, because it kind of is, approximated layers. So.
I don't know how I thought that we would get through making lasagna live without you talking about lasagna gardening. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, totally. Lasagna gardening, nobody knows. You want to give a little rundown?
Yeah. So if you want live action representation, another shameless plug, Michelle did a cool video on it.
That's true.
So check it out. Michelle's super sharp,
Back
really
in
talented.
March or April? Maybe
Yeah.
April.
Spring, did a really cool video on it. And then this is going to be 1.5 cups of mozzarella. And so basically it's creating layers to kind of mimic how the soil has layers. So you do like cardboard on the bottom, and then you could do some like straw, mulchy type business, and then you could do some compost on top. You kind of keep layering it, and then at the end you water it down and you let it sit for a long period of time, which is akin to when you put lasagna in the oven as it kind of cooks and cooks end up like
melds together.
Yeah, it kind of like, because you have little critters like insects, earthworms, bacteria, microbial type things, lots of cool small cancer bear eye type action going on. Like, and then it becomes soil, which is really dope, and then you can plant in it. So if you maybe have rock hard soil outside your house, and next year you want to have a garden, you didn't have one this year, you don't want to chill, lasagna gardening is where it's at. And for the most part, you can get those things for low cost, and rather close to your house, which is nice. So check it out.
You don't have to do a lot of heavy physical labor or tilling to garden. That is a common misconception.
Yeah. But sometimes you do need to like have the plan going for a little while in advance though. But so now's the time. Yeah, if you want to do it.
Forward thinking.
You know, think about it now. Start doing it in September, October. Have some beautiful gardening next year. Beautiful, Hollis.
So we did sauce. We did pasta. We did ricotta mixture. We did mozzarella. And now we started with sauce?
I think so.
Cool. Here you go.
Thank you.
Kind of fun. So I appreciate you have a chance. And then the Parmesan just goes on the very tippy top, right? Is that the thing?
Yeah, or I believe so. I have a handy recipe pulled up on my sleepy computer. Sleepy. Sometimes I think my computer's like more sleepy than I am. Like it takes naps in the middle of the day right after I finish typing on it, and I'm like, but you have charged, right? Oh well. Technology is kind of fun sometimes. It makes me laugh at least. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
So how many layers are we looking to build?
Sorry?
Oh, how many layers?
Oh.
I think they suggest doing like 3 layers, but at least 2.
So we got a question.
Oh, what?
So we got a question from the audience. Franny asked, can you use cottage cheese since ricotta can be spendy sometimes? And yes, you definitely can.
Okay.
My family actually usually uses cottage cheese instead of ricotta cheese.
I bet that's tasty.
It's really good.
I love cottage cheese. Dang, I want to try that now.
Have to make some more lasagna.
Yeah. I wonder if you could make like a cottage cheese like fruit lasagna.
Ooh.
Like have like use like cook down peaches or something instead of tomatoes, and then like a sweet lasagna, fruity lasagna. Well, I guess tomatoes are fruit, but yeah.
Tasty.
Dang, I want to try that.
Speaking of alternative things you can put in lasagna, so if you want to do, like, I don't know that this has a ton of veggies in it right now. Are there any other, like, veggies you could add to lasagna, or things that, like, if you have a lot of something, I don't know, crazy, like zucchini at your house, could you put that in lasagna? Or what do y'all think is, local chef?
Yeah, definitely. So I had lasagna with, instead of noodles, pasta noodles, you can have strips of zucchini. You can also use sweet potato, shameless plug. We did a sweet potato lasagna cooking demonstration, I believe last fall at the actual. We definitely have the recipe if you want that one.
Yeah.
Sounds yummy. Does it still have tomatoes in it? Like the tomato sauce? Yeah,
you just sub in. Yeah, right. You just sub in like the thinly sliced sweet potato for the noodles.
Yep. And then obviously,
that turns out really.
Don't add meat either.
Oh, if you don't want to add meat.
Yeah. And then I think the zucchini recipe we did, was that chicken and like a white sauce?
Like a zucchini lasagna thing?
Yeah. I thought we did one with white sauce sometime.
I don't remember. Trying to remember. We had so many recipes. I don't know.
Having too much fun cooking too much food. I'm thinking, looking at our pan, it looks like we might just get 2 layers in. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you, Hollis?
Yeah, for sure. Might have some leftover sauce, but that's never a bad thing.
What? So, like, if you are in the case, like, you potentially are having leftover stuff, like, what do you do with that? What do you recommend?
You can always freeze it or repurpose.
I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah. I feel like tomato sauce freezes really good. Yeah, I mean, if you're making this ahead for, like, I don't know, like, I think we'll probably make this next weekend, or, sorry, this coming Sunday or Monday. So, like, I might just make, like, quick spaghetti tonight or something, you know, and, like, use the leftover tomato sauce for, like, spaghetti tonight, and then, like, it'll be, because I don't like to eat, like, the same kind of thing every day, and some people, like, don't mind as much. I feel like I mind it more than other people maybe might. So, like, if it's going to be a few days before I eat a lasagna, I would eat pasta tonight. But if I was going to eat this lasagna tomorrow, I'd probably freeze the sauce tonight and save it for another time, personally. But, yeah. Do you have any other uses for a meat and tomato sauce, Matt, that you can think of?
A meat and tomato. I don't. I guess you could just make another, like, pasta bake with it. So one thing that my family makes too is like a pepperoni bake with, like, sauce, tomato sauce, pasta, and then, like, the cheese, and then the pepperonis on top, and then put it in the oven and bake it. It's a pretty good one. A lot of kids like that one.
I bet I would like that as an adult. Can't blame them.
Me too.
Pepperoni is always good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, this is a hefty lasagna.
Got a lot of protein going on, some good carbs.
All right,
All that jazz.
Now we're just gonna top it with some Parmigiano. Wow.
You do that one more time for the crowd. Sorry.
We both said Parmesan in a silly voice at the same time. Parmigiano. That's usually our. Not making fun of Italian people. It's just fun.
Can you blame someone for wanting to have one? I respect it.
So just sprinkle it on?
I believe so, yeah. So kind of follow your artistic leanings. You also have an option to put on some minced fresh parsley if you got some.
I was about to say, like, we've got our shaker of parsley right here, and I kind of want to throw some on there.
It's going to look pretty.
Oh, that was actually really easy. I always think of lasagna as being, like, a whole ordeal, but, like, yeah, this didn't take that much time, and then, like, when you, like, bake it, if it's already made, then, like, that doesn't take that much time, kind of, like, splitting up because I feel like it's, like, assembling it is, like, not super quick, and then, like, then you have to wait for it to bake. So it's, like, yeah, but if you do this now and then you bake it later, it's, like, way better.
Yeah. I heard word on the street that there are people who, so you might call it meal prepping, but there are even people who will help you to facilitate meal prepping with some nutritious foods like Kia Prep, Go Frankie.
I was about to say.
Shout out.
But no, they're like.
Yeah, we have meal preps for sale at the farmer's market on Wednesdays. And, well, I don't know if this is for sure. I heard there's going to be a different type next time. There was chicken ones this week, and I heard there's going to be a different kind next week, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Cool.
But,
yeah, so definitely if you want some tips on meal prepping, stop by their booth and give them a shout out. As there's some sharp folks working there, so hit them up.
All right. Here we go. I think we're done,
Beautiful. Right? I think so. So now we get to move on to what we're going to eat today, which is egg roll-up. Which, disclaimer, it sounds like egg rolls, which are also delicious, but are not the topic of today's cooking.
We're not making egg rolls. Egg roll-up.
Maybe next time. Okay. So I think that's the right tab. Is that first too? Oh, it was perfect. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. Beautiful. Okay. So, kind of a shift. So, you know, we don't have any like physical transition, but just imagine like there is a TV transition. Like,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Not X-Files. Twilight Zone-y, maybe. Sorry, folks.
I heard that there's stuff with a new one in the Twilight Zone too. I'm excited, but maybe topic for another time. But so we're doing egg rolls, and you are also got some egg rolls prepped. Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, so I will be making it along with y'all.
Cool.
Maybe so we can talk about what's going to go into these. Hollis is thinking ahead and heating up the pan. Thank you. So we're heating up the pan first over here. But so otherwise, this is a great way to use if you have extra eggs. Another good way to use them. So we got eggs, parsley, garlic powder, salt, and pepper, all in this big beautiful bowl. So we stirred them up real nice.
Cool. You just add your seasonings like directly to the eggs. Cool.
Kind of whip them up like you might in an omelet.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then what toppings are we using today, Sid?
So today we got some olives and we got some mushrooms, but this is another good way if you have extra veggies that you're trying to use, trying to eat up. If you have, like, maybe I'd put it in while you roll it up, but you could probably honestly put some leftover sauce in the middle.
I was about to say. Yeah, it's like any leftovers that you don't feel like is like too weird to throw in here, like go for it, you know?
Yeah. But what are you putting in yours today, Matt?
I just have mushrooms and I'm cooking them right now. Yeah. I'm getting my eggs ready.
So you're pre-cooking your mushrooms.
Yeah, so I'm just using regular. Hold on, let me move my camera. So I'm using regular white mushrooms. And then I am just sauteing them to get a little brownness. And then sometimes people say that I don't overcrowd your mushrooms because it won't get that nice full of brown color. But I sometimes just put a lot in there. And I think it's okay. It just has to cook longer. It'll still brown. Well, once all the moisture gets cooked out, it'll have that nice brown color. So that's what I'm shooting for anyways.
Cool. Nice. Do we want to pre-cook our mushrooms or do we want to throw them in fresh?
Ooh, I think either way. You can take a little cook inspo to inspo if you're feeling it, Hollis.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You want me to then grab another pan that we could toss these puppies in? Or do you want to use this one? What you thinking? Maybe I'll grab another one so we can use this for the tortillas.
Okay.
Luckily, our kitchen is delightfully compact, so I don't have to walk too far to get to the pan. Makes my life easier.
No, my kitchen is really small.
How do you,
what was that?
you find that you like organize your spices and everything like really specifically so you can kind of maximize your space, or like how do you make the most out of it? I know you're really.
Yeah. So I will show you my little spice drawer.
Ooh.
I don't know how I can do this one.
Inside scoop here.
You gotta say it like, man, when do you get into this? See, I cook the
It's like when Bon Appetit did like tours of the chef's like home kitchen.
Okay, so I'm using my computer, so I'm holding it weird. So I have it in a drawer, and then I just we labeled the tops of them. So I don't have
Cool.
That's awesome.
I don't have to like grab
Nice.
it and see what each one is. Like it just has that name on it. Yeah. Oh
my goodness. I'm gonna do that one day because we've just got like a shelf with them on, and I'm short and like I'm always like climbing up on this to see them, and it's hard. Yeah, that's such a good method. That's what actually a few of the chefs from Bon Appetit. Did you get that from Bon Appetit? Because a few of the chefs did that, and they showed it in their home kitchens.
So I can't take credit actually. So Shanice is the one who did that for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's a really smart method.
So are we thinking to add some seasonings to our mushroom friends?
I think probably.
Or how do you go? Or do you just like stick them in and brown them like Matt said?
That's what I was thinking.
Sweet,
I'm gonna copy that.
Yeah, I'm game.
I'll show you my
We can just,
mine now. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh yeah, they're a little browner.
Yeah.
They're
So
good.
the important thing is like once you put them in the pot, like don't move them. Just let them like sit there. and then it'll brown really easy. The
Wait,
more
so
you
you
move
stir
them,
them up a little bit at first?
yeah, yep,
Or
definitely stir them at first,
Oh.
get coated in oil, and then after that, just let them cook. The more you move it, like the more moisture they'll release. So that moisture is what makes it so it's not brown.
But then once they're kind of brown, then you just let them just do their thing.
Yeah, once they're brown, you can like flip them and do the other side.
Okay.
Cool. We're gonna let these puppies hang out.
So I had a question. Where was the inspiration for this recipe from?
This is from Nadia. Is that her last name? Hussein?
Nadia. I could be wrong.
Nadia Hussein, yeah. So Nadia Hussein was on the Great British Baking Show originally. I'm pretty sure she won the season she was on, if I'm remembering correctly. She was awesome. She was like one of my favorites. And then she has her own cooking show, and it's on Netflix, and it's called what's it called? I don't remember. It's something like easy meals at home. I don't know. It's like, oh shoot, I gotta look it up. It's like Nadia something.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it either. It's a really good one though.
It's
She has
called
some
Time to Eat.
What was it?
It's called Nadia's Time to Eat, and it's like perfect for this show because like it's all like for this episode of our show.
Yeah.
Because it's all like things that you could. It's like she talks about ways to like make ahead things, or like it's all about like maximizing like the impact of like the time you spend in your kitchen, so that you can like also spend time with your family, and like because she has a family that's really important to her. She's some like awesome kids, and she like cooks really well for them, but it's like she's never in the kitchen like all day long, which like sometimes is awesome, right? But like when you come home from work at the end of the day on a Tuesday, like not maybe what you want to do. So like yeah, so she does some really cool ones. One of the really cool ones she did was like ramen jars. So like split up ramen between jars. Yeah, and then put like a sauce in there, and then like a few toppings on each, and like then that way she like even customized it per family member. And then when she like so those were in the fridge, and then she just gets home and she just pours boiling water in them and like lets them sit, and then it's like literally ready. So that one was one that I really want to try. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. So that show, if anybody watches Netflix and likes cooking shows, like highly suggest. She's really sweet too. Like I just love her. She's like so awesome. Oh, so, yeah. And that is where this egg roll up came from. So she actually, in the episode where she did the egg roll up, she visited like a place where mushrooms are like grown, like the ones that we probably buy in the grocery store. It was like that kind of place. And she like, but it was cute. Like they showed her how they harvest them from these like trays in like a temperature controlled and like moisture controlled room, like sterile room where all the mushrooms grow. And like these people were like really talented at like harvesting these mushrooms really fast. And then, but then she like brought them lunch. She like brought them egg roll-ups and like shared them with the employees at this like mushroom growing place, and they enjoyed egg roll-ups for lunch together. Oh, cool.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put some oil in our pan that we're gonna put our eggs in.
Yep. I'll do the same thing.
Okay. I'm going to spread it around so it's like nicely coated because we don't want things getting stuck today. Because you're going to want to get under the whole egg thing and like flip it over. So you want to make sure that whatever pan you're using is not going to, that the egg's not going to get stuck there.
So it ends up being an awfully sticky situation.
It would, Sid. It would. Is this for one?
No, that's for 6. So you use she recommends using 3 tablespoons of the egg mix.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay. Here,
so,
let's do that.
Thank you.
Everybody cheer for Sid. Ah, Sid! You're gonna do great.
Got it.
Thanks, Matt, and the studio audience. Thank you. Do I need more?
I might add a little more. So this is the size tortilla we're using, and so it works best if your egg, like, when you spread the egg out on the pan, if it like almost, here, I'll just take one out. If it kind of is the same, about the same size as this, because then when you roll it up, then you won't just be getting like bites of just like tortilla, you know. So, cool. Okay. So we're gonna add. Oh wait, am I doing it right? Then you just add the toppings, right?
I believe so. Yeah, you can toss your toppings in there.
All right.
Yeah. Scatter a few onto the wet egg mix, and then take a tortilla. If you're putting any kind of thick spread, maybe you love peanut butter more than I do. You never know, I love peanut butter. But maybe peanut butter, maybe pesto, maybe a sun-dried tomato paste is what she recommends, but I couldn't find that at the grocery store. You can spread that on your tortilla before you put it down, but otherwise you can put your toppings, your egg, and then put the tortilla. But
All right.
I am putting the tomato paste on the tortilla now.
You are. All right. And then when you put your tortilla down over the egg, you kind of press it down. You want it to.
okay. Well, nature's glue in action here. Just
Nature's glue. What is nature's glue, then?
I would probably honestly say pine sap. I don't know if y'all got that on your hands, on your car, something like that, or like sunflowers right now. So sticky. Like you go to take the head off of like a wild sunflower. It just sticks to your hands, and you're just walking around like this.
I knew you'd have a good answer to that question.
You know, people say only kids get into sticky situations, and kids and Sid is how I phrase that one. They're not alone.
All right, now that it has cooked a little bit with the tortilla on top, I'm going to flip it over, and then you kind of let the tortilla toast. The other side of the tortilla, like, get a little bit browned, I guess. But then I think it's done.
I believe.
Yeah, so super quick. It's crazy quick.
Perfect for a weeknight dinner.
Yep.
But
So I'm going to show you guys. So once you flip it over, it smells like this kind of with egg on top of the tortilla. And you could even add some more egg if you wanted to. And get them kind of
egg stuff.
yeah. So I'm going to pull this off. There we go. And honestly, I think I'm gonna. Is it okay if I put some Parmesan in there?
Yeah, about me. Ooh, beautiful clip, Matt.
Ooh, look at that.
Man, big snap.
I'm scared to flip it now, but we'll see how it goes. Do y'all have a trick to do it?
No, not really.
One fast motion.
Yeah, just go quick.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. That's good.
Go, Matt. Woo.
Throwing some Parmesan from our lasagna in this one.
Parmigiano.
Yep. And then just literally just roll it up like this. And this is just like one of the best ways that you can take and use leftover stir fry, leftover whatever. Even throw some fermented veggies in there afterwards.
Ooh.
So there you go. I'm actually really excited to eat this. It smells amazing.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's like got strong like quesadilla vibes. I was in a little extra.
Are you putting any extra things inside of yours after the eggs and the mushrooms, Matt? Or are you sticking to the tried and true egg mushroom tortilla?
I think I'm gonna stick to the tried and true for now.
Nice.
Cool.
I think so. So if you were time clocking us, you also probably pointing at the watch. So, but that's okay. As you know, action-packed episode, time-saving, all that jazz, all the good things. So, thanks for joining us this week. We had a lot going on. We appreciate you coming out and watching with us. If you stick through to the end, please fill out the survey that we'll put in the comments. Let us know what you thought, how it went. And you too can be the proud owner of $15 whole new dollars if you're eligible in the Ground Roadside and read out the survey. But it's really easy, so you should check it out. And then make sure to come back next week, since we'll be doing more cooking class. We'll be talking how to sneak in veggies into things. In case, like, you don't like veggies, the nuggets don't like veggies, anything like that, we'll be talking about
children and siblings.
Sorry. Small children, older relatives, whoever doesn't like veggies in your life, we're going to find some ways that you can maybe try and kind of coax them into it, and so you're all happy, healthy, eating veggies together.
Yeah, lots of ways to eat them that you can't really tell they're there.
Yeah.
You still get the nutrients.
Do you have any parting words for us, Matt?
I know this is a cool recipe. I'm excited to try it, and yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks for cooking with us, Matt,
Yeah.
and anybody else out there who's cooking with us.
Yeah. So until next time, have a good rest of your week, y'all. Doksha.
Doksha.
Doksha.